In the latest Brookhaven update, we got these new skins and textures for the weapons. But in this video, I wanted to test if we can apply these textures and skins to the Brookhaven cars, along with some other really cool secrets. And by taking a car here, like this one for example, we can customize it various colors, like yellow, red, green, purple, blue, and several other colors. But I want to try customizing this car here with the textures. Not even in this premium section or anything like that, you know? You can only add music, change the color, speed, and a few other things. And I thought of a way for us to change the texture of this car. Maybe by using this map here, we can do something. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to try to put it here, and yeah, it doesn't seem to match much, does it? I'm going to try to leave the car kind of upright here to decorate the map with the top part, and yeah, it didn't turn out that good, man. This doesn't even look like a texture, because this isn't the only way. We're going to test others. Another way we can try is by placing the mats on top here, man. Look, it's going to be a bit tricky to put this here. Look, I managed to put the mat on top. It's kind of a texture, but it's not on the entire car. When we try to customize the car skins, it's kind of like putting these stars underneath, and the car becomes kind of neon, you know? Look how cool it is. I'm gonna leave the car up right here. Let me just start driving it right here. And look, man, it gets kind of neon underneath, right? As you can see, it gets textured like this. And with this mat on top, well, it didn't turn out too bad. But now I want to go into other Brookhaven copy games to see if we can change this texture. And there is texture because, man, there's simply Lightning McQueen from the Cars movie. And oh no, man, the guy stole my car here. Give it back. I'm gonna get another one here. I need to learn how to get into this car because I just can't get into it. Let me try placing another one here. And look, this one belongs to his friend. And look, it seems to have worked, man. Look at this. It's a textured car from that Cars movie. And wow, it's actually really fast. It's not even a game pass. You know what the little prankster is? It's kind of interesting, but this isn't exactly a Brookhaven car. Plus, I didn't find any other cars either. Look, I saw that there's this car here, but it's one of the ones that looks most like the ones from Brookhaven, but I don't know, man. It's not exactly the same. That's why I had a really good idea about what I'm gonna do. And look, guys, I found a way to make this skin, and here's the thing. This is Allblog Studio, where we can customize absolutely everything, so I'm gonna search for the Brookhaven car here, and I'm gonna test with several of them. First, man, I wanna test this car here that's in Brookhaven, and I'm going to search for some cool skin to put on it. Look, I found this one that looks very interesting. Let me try putting it on the whole car, and look at that. Here's how the color and texture of this Brookhaven car turned out. But hold on, because I'm still going to add more cars. I'm going to add this one right here because I think it's really nice. All set. And now, let's look for other different textures here too, right? And look, I customized several cars with these skins, and now let's click here to play. Let's see how this is going to turn out. Look, let's test this first car here with the ice texture. And it kind of seems like we can't drive it, but look, first off, the texture already looks really cool. I like this ice texture underneath and all that, and it even catches on fire, so fire with ice. There's also this gift texture that I applied to this car, man. I really like this one. I found it super nice. And this one looks like we can drive it. You just have to turn on the engine. But man, it seems like this car is stuck. I'm trying to drive it here, but it's just not working. It even moves the wheels, but it won't go. Let's try this other car here. I put a mushroom texture on it, and oops, it seems like this Brookhaven car is working. Wow, it seems much faster. Look at its speed, man. I even carried the other car here. It seems like there's a wall here that limits it. But man, I really like this mushroom texture. I found it super nice and really fun to drive this car. And what do you think? Leave a comment for me. But look, for those who don't know, that's not the only thing that got updated in Brookhaven. There's a lot more, and I'll show it to you. I'm going to grab a random go-kart here. I even set it to the maximum speed, and look, it's pretty fast. But anyway, we need to come here and get this mansion because they released a new house, right? It's one of the mansions in Brookhaven. Let me get there. I'll even park, and there are some new secrets in it, okay? It wasn't just the texture update. I already showed you how to change the textures of cars, but you can also change the textures of weapons. There were these old ones that were already really cool, but now they've launched some new ones. Look how awesome the other textures were. But now we have this red one, for example, and a purple one, a golden one. And I like it this way because it's just so beautiful. There's even an option to add a flashlight and a silencer too. These new textures are simply beautiful. Besides that, we tried changing the car texture, but now I'll try a different way. I put on the maximum decoration again. So it's like we're adding another skin. That's why I'm gonna pick a super decorative car here that can be decorated with a lot of stuff. One that I really like is the Halloween one because it's huge, so you can decorate it with tons of things. I'm gonna add a flashlight here, a little engine too, some other things. And I think it's cool, man, that it even comes with this coffin here. It's crazy. I'm also going to put a huge spoiler on the back, right? To make it look cool. Let me align it. And done. I got the spoiler on. It's going to be fast now, huh? Now, man, I'm gonna shrink my height a bit because I want to put some things underneath, like stars and stuff. And when you make yourself smaller, man, it gets much easier. Let me put it here too, under the wheel. I'll put it here on the side as well. Look, all set. It's looking nice, but I still want to decorate it more. I can still add this yellow decoration to the front. Look, done. I'll also put a heart on the front for decoration. I added a hatchet, a flower, and some other things too. I even put a machine gun on top. Now let's go. Let's get inside the car to see what happened. And man, there's a part floating here, but it's fine. What I really want to test is the speed of this car. I'm going to paint it blue because I think it'll look good. And now, let's go. Wow, its speed is fast, huh? But it's huge, man. It's rolling around like crazy on the ground. It's much easier for it to fall over because the wheels are higher up, so it's a lot harder. As you can see, man, it's all decorated with stuff. There's a little heart here in the front. But anyway, let's go back to the house, right? Because I I still want to show you a few things in it, since I haven't shown anything yet. Look, for those who don't know, this little pool was released, and basically, when we press this button, a bunch of water comes out of the pool. There's also another secret in this pool, man. You can actually go through the wall of the pool itself. That's right, you pass through its wall. You'll see, look, I went through it, and I basically glitched this game. This part of the Brookhaven house is really buggy. You can even see the staircase and swim around infinitely, but there's really nothing here. So, to get out, we have to teleport back to the house. I also found these buttons here. Basically, when you press activates that fireplace right there. Look, it just starts burning right there. How cool is that? Some other lights in the map are activated too. There's also a blue button that turns on these blue pool lights, which is very cool and interesting. I highly recommend you try it out. There's even a spot here for picnics and many other things. If you want, you can also have a barbecue right here. I'll set it to medium heat. There's also a stage area where you can change the lights. Man, the red lights look awesome too. You can even dance here if you want and change your avatar. Let me grab a microphone here. All set. Now, just sing and dance. You can even add some show decorations if you want. Look, it looks cool. You can even name it like Mello's Show. Done. I wrote it right here. Now, man, just sing here. There are also chairs here for the audience. Something very interesting that caught my attention is that this room here has nothing in it, just some boxes. On the other side, there's nothing interesting either, except for this basketball hoop. I don't know why it's here, but it is. Wow, I made a shot on the first try. You can even take the basketball to the pool if you want, and it stays there bouncing forever. One of the things I liked the most was these little playground toys. You can go inside, there's a maze, a slide, and even a water slide. If I want, I can go play, though I just end up sinking in the water, but it's fun. There's also this super cool bar here. Besides these secrets I've shown you, there are others from older updates, like the VIP Game Pass. With it, we can change the name to anything. For example, I named it Mellow, and I can change its color, and it becomes a multicolor changing name. It's really cool. I also get access to some of the older Brookhaven cars, including one of the fastest. It's this one, man. This car's super fast. I'm gonna paint it blue and set it to the maximum speed. Let me see how fast this goes. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Halloween car, and wow, man, it's incredibly fast. You can even do stunts with it. Why? There's a secret in Brookhaven that almost nobody knows about. You can do tricks with the cars, jump onto the yacht, climb on top of the mall, and many other things. I'm going to show you one of them, how to get on the mall roof. We need to get as far back as possible and then activate the maximum speed. When we get to this part, wow, we fly, and we should land on the mall roof. Well, that didn't work out very well. I'm still learning how to do these crazy Brookhaven stunts, but it's a bit hard. Let me try again to see if I can do it. Wow, almost, but it's really hard. In the end, my car always ends up upside down. This car is... Oh, and there's this other car that everyone loved during Easter because it's about those unique cars that can fly, right? Well, they don't literally fly, but they don't touch the ground, you know? Because they simply don't have wheels. We drive it here, just levitating. Look, I'm gonna activate the maximum turbo here. And look, it doesn't touch the ground. And even so, it's still very fast, almost like it doesn't have an engine because it makes a very different sound. Plus, it leaves a purple trail that's really beautiful. In the same update that launched the VIP Game Pass, we can also add other effects, like this purple smoke effect, for example. When we get into a car with this effect, we just spread it all over the city, man. And the car is super fast. Look at that, it even climbed the mountain. We also have access to one of the biggest cars in Brookhaven. One of the biggest, right? Look at the size of this thing, man. I look tiny inside this thing. It's slower than the other Brookhaven cars, but just look at the size of it, man. It's huge, and it has various options. Look, it even has this crazy laser here to shoot, and it's super cool. There are also these Easter eggs here, and all of this was released during the Hunt event around the start of the year, during Easter. With the VIP Game Pass, we get access to all these cars and benefits. For example, about the topic of being able to change car skins. We can actually change their skins. That's right. Look, there's a bus here, a prison bus, and even this one here for tourism and travel, plus a military one, which is very cool. And it's not just this car. Some other cars can also have their skins and textures changed, just like the new weapons in Brookhaven. But these car textures have been changeable for a long time now.